Hi, it's Legionero back with another video. I would like to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and everyone who keeps coming back each time I post a new video. So today I am going to attempt to do a daily page. I did a video the other day showing you how I use some of the AI art, and someone asked me to um, about how I made the daily page in Canva. So I'm going to attempt to recreate this page. Right. And then I have the page here as a reference just to make sure that I remember everything that I put on the page. But I'm going to try to replicate that. So I'm going to go to create a design, custom size, and I'm going to change this to inches. And I'm just going to do 8.5 by 11. All right. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is just going to come over here to text and just grab some text. I'm not grabbing specific font or anything. I'm just whatever comes up, that's what I'm going to use. So I do the date here. You make it whatever size you want to make it. Um, and then I'm going to do some headers. So I'm going to go over here to elements, and it all depends on what you want. You can do date, and then over here in elements, you can choose under shapes, you can choose the line. It's up to you if you want to put a line here next to dates. The only thing about making the pages yourself is time consuming. You want to make sure everything lines up correctly. You want to make sure everything is the right size, that it looks right. So that's the only thing about making your own pages. Um, so that looks a little bit better. Um, and again, I'm not picking any specific sizes or anything. The sizes depends on how you want your page to look. I just want to kind of give the foundation of how I made the page, right? So next up, I'm going to grab just a square and I'm going to take it down to zero point 0.5, right? And then I'm going to bring it here. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit. I'm going to do 3.5. And then I'm going to duplicate it and just bring it over so that they line up. All right. And this could be your header. So what did I name these? Schedule and top priorities. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and change the color. Let's hit the shape here and just change the color to a lighter color. Right. That way you can better see the words I type in. So I said schedule. So I'm just going to go back to text and just hit um, add a subheading. Schedule, and put that here. Um, and of course you want to size that down because you want that to fit in the box, right? Did I spell that right? Did I spell schedule right? I guess. You know, you spell some things and it just doesn't look right. I do that often. But anyway, gonna hit add a subheading again, and I'm gonna do top priorities. Right, I'm gonna bring that here, and then I'm gonna take the size down, and then put that in the center. Right, so you got schedule, you got top priorities. So now Um, Top priorities, I usually do three. Um, and I haven't gone through Canva in a while to look at their features. So there may be some things in here that you can add that will make this easier. That's my disclaimer. I haven't gone through here to see what features they've added, so I am not sure if I'm doing this a long way because I did this like 2 years ago, maybe even more. I did this. I made that daily page and kind of forgot about it. All right. So I went over two elements and I grabbed the line again and you size this line however you want to. And see, this is what I'm talking about with Canva. Try to get this, to line up and you'll see it when you're trying to move it. It said 0 degrees over on the side. I don't know if you saw that or not, but it did say 0 degrees to let me know it was straight. All right, so I'm going to click on uh, line type up here. And okay, I'm on a straight line. I wanted to try and make the line smaller. Let's see. Uh, oh, line style. Let me go to line style. Here we go. And you can change the weight of your line. So it's at 4 now. So if I wanted to take it down and I wanted to make my line really skinny, like they are over here in this example, you just take the line. Let me click on the line again. I'll click on this one since it's still big. Go to line style and then just change the line weight to whatever you want it to be. All right. So you don't have such thick lines, right? I'm just going to take this up to 2 just because the other one's 2. All right. So now I always do 3 top priorities, right? So you measure this however you want to. I write really small, so a lot of times I don't need a lot of room in between my lines. Um, but you size your lines and then you space them out. And I'll show you when I do these because there are more lines. I'll show you hopefully a way to get them to kind of fall in place. So here you can put numbers 1, 2, 3. You can go back to text and do 1, and you can take it and put it beside your line. Line it up nice and neat. 1, and then do 2 and 3. And again, this is just like a rough run through of how I did this daily page. 3, and then 2. All right, so you got your top priorities 1, 2, 3. Of course, I would size these down so they would line up a little better with the line, but hopefully you get the gist. All right, so over here I did meal plan. So what I would do, I would just grab my box here, duplicate it, bring that down. Um, you type in whatever you want to. Meal plan, exercise, whatever you wanted to say, that's what you would put in there. Mm, all right. And one thing you can do, you can copy these lines if you want to. Click and drag to select them. You can group them and then duplicate them and bring them down, right? And then, of course, you want to have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? So, of course, I would do, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then change the lines. like that. All right. So after that, I think I did water intake. So I will grab my shape, duplicate it, water intake. And for the little boxes, all I did was grab a shape, um, and take it down really small, as small as it could go. You know, as small as I can make it. Now, of course, you want to change. Well, let me put an outline around it first. So I went to border style. I'm just going to hit this solid line here. You can take the border around it down, the border weight, and then I'm going to hit white because I want it to be white. And then I just did 7 more. So I would have 8 representing the 8 glasses of water, right? And I would just align them up and then I click and drag to group them that way they would move together. All right. So we're coming along. We got the water tracker. Showed you how I did that. You know how to do the header. And then this box, I pretty much did the same thing I did with these things here. So I'll just grab a header. I'll duplicate it twice. And I'll do, there's my text. Notes. That seems super huge, right? Notes. Oh, wow, that's so big. Here. All right. And then you may want a box to just write in. So I'll just change the size. Just grab this handle here. And you change it to whatever size you want to change it to. I like to leave margins because, like I said, I hole punch these and you can put them in a notebook. So here, of course, you don't want this to be this color unless you do. You come over here to border style, do the solid line, and take your border down. And then change your color. Now you have a notes box, right? So let me take the page down so you can see. So this is one side. We got one side done. Only thing I haven't done is put water tracker and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snack. But you just, you grab some text and you type that in, and then you change the size of your line. So you might want your lines to go down like that. You grab some text, do breakfast, and then you line it up however you want to line it up, right? Of course, you want everything, to kind of line up there. So let me take that down. Breakfast, there you go. All right, breakfast, and then you do lunch and dinner and snack if you want snacks. All right. All right. So over here, you can put another box. So I'm just going to grab this box, duplicate it, bring it over here. And then if I want it smaller, I can make it smaller, right? You size it to whatever size. All you have left to do now is just add the lines that you need. And you can grab these lines. Let me grab them. There we go. And duplicate them. And then you can duplicate them all the way down the page. You want to line them up. And you see how they're falling into place now? I don't even have to line them up. They just fall into place. All right. Oh, I do need to. All right, so you get your lines in here, and if you find that your lines aren't lining up, you can always go to position, and you can do, vertically, horizontally, or you can hit tidy up, and you, did you see how that moved? It moved to kind of space everything out evenly, right? And now my lines, they appear to be spaced out evenly at least. So now all I would have to do now is put times over here on the side. That's if you wanted to. So I'm going to click on text box 6 a.m. and then, you drag it to where you want it to go, size it to whatever size you want it to be, and then just kind of line it up with your line, right? And then you would do, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. to whatever time you want to this to go to. If you want to go to 9:30, you go to 9:30, whatever time. Um, but that is the gist of it. Um, you use whatever fonts you want to use. Um, I don't know why I started messing with that line. Right. You can always hit undo. All right. You use whatever fonts you want to use. Now, when I say that, make sure that the fonts you use can be used for commercial use if you're going to sell it. If you're just doing personal things, then fine. Um, but also with some fonts may have maybe a pro font, and you know that because it has a crown next to it. Right. Um, I have some fonts uploaded in my brand kit, but I also have Canva Pro. So um, usually I just use the fonts that I've uploaded, and I've gotten them off a site like Creative Fabrica where I know I have commercial use. But I do think you have to have Canva Pro to upload fonts, I believe. Um, but if you're just doing this for personal use, grab your font that you want. Um, um, yeah, that's the that's the gist of how I made the daily page. All right. If you have any questions for me, place them in the comments. I will answer them to the best of my ability. Um, and this is the original page. Like I said, I use fonts that I purchased off of Creative Fabrica or got from Creative Fabrica. I have the yearly subscription of Creative Fabrica, which I recommend. If you're anything like me, before I had the subscription, I would just come on there and pay because the sales were so good. You can find stuff for like 10 cents. And I was just buying things, buying things, buying things. And I said, you know what? The amount of money I'm spending, I might as well do. I started out with a monthly for $9.99. And then when they did the deal of where you could get a year for, I think I paid 50 something for the year. Um, but yeah, I did that subscription because I was spending way too much money, um, just buying individual things. I am a Creative Fabrica affiliate. I always link Creative Fabrica in the description box below. There's no extra charge to you. If you click my link and you purchase something, I get a small little commission. That helps the channel, and I appreciate it. Um, I am working on my Creative Fabrica store. I got to do some tweaks to my listings. I got some feedback. I got to make some tweaks to my listings. And then hopefully once I do that, my store I'll have products in my store because the store is ready. I just need to put the products in it. um, Also, I created my email list for my newsletter. And in that newsletter, I will be sharing prompts for some of the different AI sites that I use. I will also be sharing art, and those will be free. So if you sign up for my newsletter, You will receive free art, free prompts, um, whatever else I want to add in there. Maybe even some pages like this daily page. And then just, keeping you abreast of what I'm doing on this journey. Right. And that will be linked in the description box below, my newsletter link. Um, I'm trying to hold myself to a monthly newsletter, but we'll see how that goes. Right. All right. So here is the daily page here again that we just created. Again, let me know if you have any questions. I will answer them to the best of my ability. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. And I will see you in the next one.